Hello all, I'm from Kinky Creations, and in today's video I'm going to be doing some distressed faux locks on myself. Now I've done distressed faux locks on myself quite a few times. I just recently did another style that I actually took out like maybe after 2 days because I just wanted to try something different. But hopefully I'll get that video up soon. But anyway, I decided to go ahead and actually try making these faux locks with, I guess you could call these distressed locks. I don't know, slash butterfly locks or whatever. I finally decided to actually try the free tress water wave hair for this style because I've actually have not used the actual free tress water wave hair, and I see like a lot of people using it, so I was like, you know what, let me just give it a try. Kind of like one of them things, like let me see what the hype is about, you know, if I'm gonna really like it or not, because I've used different types of hair. Like I've used spring twist hair, I use like Afro springy hair. So in my opinion, I didn't really like how the spring twist hair looked on me when I did the butterfly locks. I felt like it just was, I don't know, I just didn't like the look like it, and it was super shiny, so I really wasn't feeling it. The Afro kinky hair, I liked it, but I also felt like sometimes it could be like a little bit scratchy, a little bit, depending on which one you use. I actually used the Outre Afro Springy Twist or whatever. I actually used that hair. I feel like that hair was a little bit scratchy, so I just, and then my locks came out really bulky looking, so I was like, alright, I just want something that looks nice and simple and not too much going on, so I finally decided to try the free tress water wave. So just in case you're not familiar with the hair that I'm talking about, this is the hair that I am using, and this is a 22-inch one. And what I did first, what I did differently actually, is I actually went ahead and washed the hair first before doing these faux locks on myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all what it looks like after it's been washed. And I used a sulfate-free shampoo to wash the hair, and I used cool water. So this is what the hair looks like now. You know, this is what it looks like now that it's washed. So, you know, it looks nice. It's not like super shiny. The more you fluff it out, the more I feel like the, you know, more of a natural looking texture you get. Because I've watched plenty of videos and a lot of people were like, oh, the free tress hair is tangly, it slips, it's this, it's that. So I was like, you know what, let me try it for myself and see what my opinions, you know, what my opinion is on the hair. So as you can see, I'm pretty much in the front area now. I have done all of the back. So this is what it's looking like so far, and so far from what I can tell you is it's been about 3 to 4 days since I've kind of been doing like a little bit here, a little bit there. So I'll give you a little bit of information on how the locks have been so far. I will say this, you do have to wrap tight at the root, because if not it will slip. But if you wrap tight at the root, I would say about maybe I would say about 5 to 6 times. I know some people say 3 to 4 times, but I feel like if you wrap maybe 2 inches down, I would say roughly, I don't know if you guys can see, and then start to kind of try to distress it, I feel like that works a lot better. And what I was also doing is, like, when I got like maybe midway, I would do like maybe make a knot and then continue to distress it. And then once I was getting to where I was about to fold it up, I would knot it again. So that also, in my opinion, helps. They do loosen up a little bit as the days go by, and then, you know, like they'll start getting a little more curlier, some of them. Like, you know, that's just the nature of how, you know, faux locks are. But I do feel like with this particular hair, I would recommend that you wrap, you know, tight around when you're first starting off the lock, unless you want it to slip out, and then, you know, you'll have to fix it. And also too, like sometimes when you're also distressing it, it may feel a little bit loose in the middle. And what I do is just take a small piece of this hair and just kind of like, you know, wrap it around a little bit. And it also helps with more of a distressed look, but it also helps to keep the faux lock intact, and so that it doesn't completely unravel in the middle, because you don't want it to unravel in the middle and then it's tight on the ends and at the top. So that's another way that you could actually fix your faux locks if you want. So I did the majority of it off camera, so I am going to try to do this one here on camera, since I'm in the front now. So, you know, before you do the style, you always want to braid your hair in plaits, whether you want to do box braids or you want to do, I don't know, triangle parts, square parts, oval parts, whatever. I actually did the half moon shape, which is like a crescent shape. I like that parting better because I feel like you have more of, you have more options. Like they call those free parts, but you have more options where you could kind of flip your hair anyway and it'll still look nice. So that's the parts that I decided to do, and those are a lot easier to do. So that's what I went with. So anyway, enough rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and show you all how to install this. So I fluffed out 2 strands. As you all can see, I fluffed out 2 strands. You know, just gently ran my finger through it. You don't have to like rough the hair up. So far the hair hasn't tangled on me. I don't know if that's because I washed it or because I'm just, you know, like I've learned how to work with synthetic hair. So you just want to kind of be gentle with it. And if you do get like a little snag towards the end, you could just always kind of snip that part off. So you want to start towards the end because it'll be easier to put the hair through with the crochet hook. So you want to take your braid here. And I have a mirror here, so you'll see me kind of looking down a bit. You want to just put your crochet hook through like that. And then you want to take the end part of the hair, or almost to the end, and you want to hook it onto the crochet hook. Make sure it's all on there properly, and then you want to pull it through. One side will be your wrapping hair, and one side will be the part that you hold to measure out how long or short you want it. Now, I wasn't doing that before, but I feel like if you want your locks to be like a certain length, I feel like this actually does help, like using this other strand to kind of measure where you want to stop at. So I've actually been doing that for this style. So the lock stops here, but I'm gonna just leave it a little bit, slightly longer than the lock, so I have enough to kind of wrap and everything. So I'm gonna leave it here, and then this side I'm gonna use to wrap. So what you want to do is you want to start to wrap securely. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start to wrap. Okay, so I wrapped down about 6 times, and now I'm going to start to distress it. So what you want to do is slightly pull your thumb out, and you want to wrap above your thumb, and then while your thumb is in a loop, you want to slightly like push up a little bit and start to wrap underneath it, or try to wrap underneath it, and slightly push that up as you're wrapping, if that makes sense. And it'll make like a little, I don't know if you guys can see, like a little loop there. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna push my thumb out a little bit, wrap above it, slightly push my thumb up, wrap underneath it, and then slide my thumb out. If you have a more of a kinkier type of hair, you don't have to, like, you know, it's not so hard to do it, but because this hair is a bit on the silkier side, it'll just like come out if you don't push your thumb there and slightly push up. So yeah, so just continue to, you know, wrap. You don't have to wrap super tight once you get past the base area here where you wrap securely. I wouldn't say get too crazy and start doing it too loose, because then it will still come loose. But you don't have to be you don't have to do it super tight. And then of course, if it does look like it's going to come out like I mentioned before, you can always just take an extra piece of hair, small piece of hair, and just kind of wrap it around the lock again. So I know I didn't make a knot in between here, but I will make one towards the end. And you don't have to make a knot in the middle point. I just feel like it can help a little bit depending on how many times you are going to do like a little butterfly loop or whatever. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna knot it here. It's not all the way down to the bottom, but I'm just gonna knot it here once, and then I'm gonna continue to wrap down. And if you start to round the hair a little bit, you could just like take some more hair from the other side a little bit, and you could start wrapping with that. Like, I wouldn't recommend adding extra hair if you're making them short like this. Alright, so I pretty much got where, you know, where I want to stop. So what I'm going to do is just take a little piece of the hair, and I'm actually going to knot it twice. And now I'm going to start to wrap up. Now some people use nail glue. I have nail glue, but I don't really want to use that on myself. Like if I'm doing a wig, that's different, but I don't really want to put nail glue. So I'm not going to use the nail glue. But if you want to, if you know, you can definitely use nail glue also. So you want to kind of like make a little loop, and then you want to start to like wrap up. And I'm wrapping up a little bit securely because I don't want it to come loose. So you just keep wrapping. Then when I get like almost, not quite where I'm finished, I'll take another small piece. I'll take another small piece, and I'll also make a knot again. And then I'll continue to wrap up. And then I'll make another knot. And now I'm just gonna wrap until the hair pretty much runs out. Now you can start wrapping up. I'm gonna start wrapping down again just a little bit, just until the hair runs out. And then I just kind of like palm roll it a little bit at the end, like that. So as you can see, this is how this lock came out. So I think it looks nice. I really like it. At first I thought it was going to be too shiny, but like I said, I went ahead and washed it, and I like it. It's not overly shiny for me. So, because I like more of a natural looking style, actually. I'm kind of one of those people that like it more natural. So, you know, I was a little bit hesitant about trying this hair, but I felt like, you know, I just wanted to go ahead and give it a try. So I am going to do a few more locks, and then I'll come back and show you all how everything, you know, turned out. Alright, I'm finally back. I have completed the style. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you all a quick view of how it turned out. And I'll even flip it over to the other side, because I actually like to wear, I prefer to wear my hair, like if I was going to wear a side part, it would normally be like on the left side for me. I know some people like right side parts, but I do feel like the hair is, I don't know, I feel like it looks fuller on the right side than on this side, which is the left side. But anyway, so this is how it turned out. I like it. I do feel like when I use the spring twist hair, I feel like I got a little more fluffiness. But all in all, I like it. It looks different. I feel like the spring twist hair was a little bit more lightweight. This hair is not heavy, but you could kind of feel a little bit of weight on it, I would say. Alright guys, so I was in the middle of recording my, you know, opinions and my thoughts on this actual style when my camera battery actually cut off. So I'm coming back to finish that part of the video. But of course, it's been quite a few days now, probably about a week now. So I've had this style in for a week, and since I've had it in. I'm going to kind of give you guys an update on it. But before I get to that, in the video I was talking about how many packs of hair I used to achieve this style, and I actually used 5.5 packs. So I would say you probably need about 6 packs to do this style, maybe 7 depending on how long or short you want yours to be. And I also mentioned that I like the spring twist hair better because I felt like it was a bit lighter than this hair. I feel like this hair can get a little bit on a weighty side, like especially towards the ends. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and just actually give you guys my honest opinion and what I think about this hair being used to do this style. Now, I've had this hair in for about a week, and I will say some of my locks do feel like they're kind of like coming a little bit unraveled. I would say the ones more towards the back kind of, I don't know if you guys can see, but the ones in this one here in the back is kind of like a little bit unraveled a bit. The ones in the front, not quite, maybe near the root area. Like, and I feel like I wrapped firmly and tightly, but you don't want to wrap so tight to the point where you start to cause tension on your hair, because that's not good either. So my actual opinion on this is I probably would not use this type of hair for butterfly locks or distress locks, because I kind of didn't really like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of not really feeling it. So after this, I'm probably going to go ahead and just take this style down. I feel like as far as longevity, it doesn't really give you that because the hair is a bit, you know, on the softer side. And I'm one of those kind of people that actually like styles that look more textured, like more like my natural hair. But I wanted to give this a try because you see so many videos. I've seen so many videos on YouTube where other YouTubers were using the this particular water wave hair to do this style, and you know, some of them it really turned out nice for them. So you know, I don't know if it's more or less like having someone actually do it for you versus you doing it for yourself, if that makes a difference. But for me to do this style, I would definitely recommend using spring twist hair or some sort of hair that's a bit more textured and not as silky and soft as this water wave hair. So yeah, just wanted to, you know, come back here and just kind of let you guys know how it turned out and what my thoughts and opinions are in this style. So you know, just let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you've actually tried it using the water wave hair and what your, you know, how it turned out for you, or if you're thinking about trying it, you know, stuff like that. So you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely check out my website, lynskinkycreations.com, and also check out my newest video out where I'm showing you all how I made a butterfly lock full lace wig. You know, how that turned out. So definitely check that out if you're interested in possibly making your own full lace butterfly lock wig. So yeah, so like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.